Yeah, this official.
Made the beat. Be as well. Be as well. Only if it's be as well. Hey, good con, man. You know we can't do anything. We can't make one step, one move unless it be the Most High will. As we pray about it first, and He confirm it. Hey.
If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will, I ain't gon' fold. I will never die. Eternal life, sacrifice my own lustful ways to see that paradise. His will is better than mine. I ain't trying to get rich at that trying. Gotta read, study, then apply every day for the rest of my life. If it be His will, I will get better. Never settling to the less of me, just be the better me. Righteously, never forsaken assembly. GOCC to the death of me. No, I'm not banging, just out of the elders that teaching was heavily. I gotta eat up that recipe, teaching the ones who look up to me, showing them never give up. When you fall, you get up with me. Hopefully, Yeshaya a part of my company. The wilderness is right in front of me. Keep beating on spirits who jumping me. And now see, His will is perfect. Ain't no God better than man, He birthed. From the beginning, He made us from dirt. And in the end, none of us gon' hurt. If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will.
This is the fam, me and the man and whoever endure to the end. Feel me, I was in the world, cops wanna kill me. Now I'm in the truth, cops wanna kill me. When dealing with family and friends, I usually be beginning saying the word ended. Listen, say that some of their decisions gonna have them seeing less of my children. Baptized, they was like, oh man, he must be curious. 10 years later, like, oh dang, he must be serious. What you said, I
Never fold, never switch.
neither I never did. Now I'm with you in the trenches. Blah. Like a tattoo, I'm attached to him, can't scratch through him. Smoke clears, I'm the boss of the last Maverick. Smart Cuban, what we doing? Enduring, never giving up either. Because I'm a rider. Because we're
If it
some
be His will,
riders.
I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will.
We gon' see the kingdom only if it be His will. We got baptized, make sure our salvation sealed. Never looking back, ain't no time for that. Israel rising up, you know that that's a fact. Yeshaya coming back. Some of us came from the block and still repenting. It get harder in this walk, but we gotta complete the mission. Go ahead, rise up to 1/3. Better than the world, seek the kingdom first. Never gonna stop till I hear well done. Never gonna stop till the kingdom come. I'ma move when the spirit move. I'ma do what Shai said do. I'ma keep on loving you. Ain't no attacking me. Peace, love, joy, long suffering.
If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can. If it be His will, I'ma move with the heights they move. I'ma do what your shites they do. I'ma lose whatever I lose. If it be His will, I'ma endure it to the end. I'ma ensure I get the friends, forsaking whatever I can.
Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing out there? TBT Radio family. We're your hosts, Chop
and your brother Akshan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I know y'all ready for this after party. I know it. Look. All praise to the Most High. Y'all go ahead and roll on in. For real. Yeah. Y'all roll on in like, whoa. For real. real. Praise the Most High, man. Look, I'm trying to see a lot of these things. What's going on in the chat here? We got a different little setup. We got some changes going on in the laboratory here right now, but we gonna come back to our original setup in a while here. Y'all stay tuned though. But all right, Sean, what we doing today?
Man, we gonna just turn up. No script. No script. We just coming on the vibe with you all. We ask you to go share it. If you new here, subscribe. Hit that like button to drive up the traffic. So those that are subscribed to us for other reasons, maybe they want to come in and vibe with us on this after party. I know everyone didn't get a chance to come in. And physically or through the streaming, so we here for to give some insight on that, some updates on that. So just come on in, let's enjoy each other.
Come on,
man. We still on high, man. There was so many different things that happened in the midst of getting there, getting on. The whole event, man. It was just one thing I can say. The spirit.
The spirit.
If you needed the spirit to deal with any of it, right? So, man, it was just a lot. So y'all come on in. We got a couple of hosts. We got a couple of guests want to come in. For those that are listening in, if you were there, we would love for you to call in. Did you drop it in there already?
Nah, I didn't. Let me...
Yeah, Quadam, I see you in the chats, man. I sent that message. I ain't heard nothing back. So if you can, man, slide in. I know you be busy, man. I know you be busy. But yeah, we're going to get ready to get this thing going. All right, so we just need the, you just need the number and the meeting ID.
Okay, here we go, right here. Okay. All right, so when y'all come in, mute your mic when you come in.
We got Mr. Read the Bible coming in. Or read about it. Mr. Read about it. Salak, he gonna jump on me when he come in.
Yeah, he gonna tee up as soon as he get in. Yeah,
we in here.
All right. So, man, I think we just gonna... Let me make sure you in before we jump all the way in. Y'all can hear us clear. So I see everybody.
I see the fire going on up in the chat right now. Hey, y'all lit.
All right. I
think everybody that's lit. Y'all must was there. Cause
yeah.
We still on 10. Well, no, we on 12. They be on 10. We on 12.
That's a new trend.
We on 12.
We on 12, boy. You on 12.
Know what that sound? That stands for them 12 tribes. So without further ado, man, like I said, we are on the time schedule on tonight, but we want to get as much as we can in. So let's bring our guest in. Now, this guy here, man, I think everybody want to get to know him a little bit more, and just feel his energy right now, man. Let's bring our brother Torian in the building, man.
Okay, we got our brother Torino. Torino, right?
Nah, he's on mute.
You gotta mute yourself. Torino.
The host of the show, man. I'm gonna ask everyone, put your drinks down. If you're eating, put all that away right now. Because before we even came in, we almost lost drinks and all that type of stuff. So yeah. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, well, first and foremost, thanks to Wada for having me. I do want to say all praises to the Most High for allowing me to have this opportunity to get together with y'all. I told y'all we was going to have to link up some more because, man, this past Sunday was just amazing, jamming out with y'all, having that experience. Man, but yeah, thank y'all for having me on. I appreciate y'all.
Man, it's all praise to the Most High, man. Like I said, you did your thing, man. You was 12 to the max, man. You was 12 to the max.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I just showed up and said some things and acted my normal self, No, it's funny though, believe it or not. I actually, before we did actually like go on stage and get the whole thing started, man, believe it or not, I was actually freaking out because my two things were, Bishop and Sister Abada had asked me to do the show. And I'm like, man, this is for Bayan, man. We got to make sure it's done right. And I'm like, I mean, I don't think I was having like a nervous breakdown before the show, but I was kind of freaking out. And it was funny. I had went back to my hotel room, and it's funny how the Most High puts you in places, like when He needs you to be there. Because I had actually originally planned to go back to the hotel with some people I was staying with, in the same hotel, and it was hilarious because they actually left me. Like they left me at the show, setting up. When I got back to the hotel, they leave, and I'm like, bro, you left me. What's going on? But it was hilarious though, because in that moment, I was able to kind of just sit by myself and kind of reflect on, some things that a couple sisters and a brother were, talking to me about, my nervousness and a little bit of that. And it was hilarious because I'm always worried that I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. Well, how am I say I'm gonna mess up? I'm gonna embarrass my bishop, and if I embarrass my bishop, then that's a counsel, and I'm not trying to have no counsel. I ain't trying to get excommunicated or suspended. You know what I'm saying?
But it told the wrong joke.
Hey, exactly. Because trust me, I have told the wrong joke before. It has been a situation. My sister Wathia knows, but we'll keep that between us. Anyway, inside joke, unfortunate joke, if you get my drift. But no, it was hilarious because, or it was funny because, like I said, I'm sitting there, I'm getting my shoes on, I'm trying to get my head right, and it's like it's like the Holy Spirit just kind of whispered in my ear, was like, a thought just randomly came to me, and it was like, you know what, let me stop freaking out about what I might say, and how about I just embrace what the Most High is going to allow me to say. And at that point, that's when, I was praying all the way back as I was walking back to the venue. And I don't know, it's like when I walked through the doors again, it's like this just overwhelming, like whatever that heaviness was about doing the show, it just came off. And I was just like, nah, we just gonna turn up, we just gonna have fun. We gonna come to praise, and we gonna do this thing right for, for our sister, and for the, of course, for the Most High, Most High come first. But yeah, it was overall, it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience. I was very happy, and I feel truly honored and blessed that I was able to even be a part of it. And I'm glad that everybody was able to have fun with it,
Man. Ooh. That's it. Look, man, that's power, man. Like, being in the right place, like, be in the right place at the right time. If the Most High move you, let Him move through you, man. Let Him move through you. Because you never know. You just never know, man.
And like I said, it's not, I don't think we have a lot of comedians, or people with that vibe. But like you said, to keep it righteous though. And I know that's that tightrope that, you're trying to make sure you stay within. Like even like a couple of the jokes you did, man, like the one about Moses, right?
I don't know if y'all saw that. I was looking at my bishop the whole time. I'm like, okay, look.
Was that
joke? Like, okay.
Was that like, original?
It was something that I had kind of randomly thought of, like right before I said it. It was just something I was like, yeah, I do bet on the cool. He was taking a swing at one of them Hebrews and was like, let me tell you something. Accidentally hit that rock. Hey, we never know. We know what, granted, we know what the scriptures say, but hey,
there's certain things that it don't let you know what happened.
Yeah, we gonna find out. Somebody gets.
Oh, my bad. I think my mic had did something stupid. Nah, you're right. We are gonna find out. I hope and pray. Like I said, when we get to the bosom, or when we get to the kingdom, we'll be like, hey, yo, Heavenly Father, can you just pull up a highlight reel? There's specific events I want to see. One of which is Moses getting on them Hebrews. Just picture that, right? You go up, right, onto a top of a mountain. Nobody can see you. You can't even see, because the scriptures do tell us, he drew near to the thick darkness where the Most High was, right? So you come down off this mountain and you see them just buck wilding. They just tripping. They praying to, false God. They doing all kinds of stuff. And it's like, bro, I just prayed for y'all. What are y'all doing? I just got done. Bro, you know how long I was up there? Bro, I couldn't do it. I can't be no leadership, man. So yeah, I do humbly believe that, I think he might have taken a swing at a Hebrew and missed and hit that rock.
Somebody almost got that dunker. That's what they. That's what we gonna call it from now on. Boy, you mess with Moses, you gonna get that dunk.
Hey, you better say that. Look, walk around with a staff just cause.
Right.
Just cause.
Well, you don't want this dunk.
But hey, like we all know, man, like I think brothers and sisters in the chat pretty much saying, man, you did your thing, bro, and all praise to the Father for giving you, you know, the that energy, that the spirit that He's giving you to keep us laughing, because it, you know, in these times you need a good laugh here and there, right?
Right.
And, you was able to, you know, be utilized through the Spirit, like, and that's another thing we got to realize, like, in the body is different functions, like. I'm pretty sure, like, in our body is something within our makeup that you have to hit a certain part of it to make us laugh, and you're that guy, you know. So all praises to the Father.
Well, all praises.
So we're gonna get more from you, but let's bring another man that was working hard. Now, some of you, well, none of you probably seen him, but he was working very hard. We know him as Reed Report. Bring Ock in. We're gonna get his actual name. I know he's like, Reed, that's not my name, man. Welcome to the show, Ock. How's it going, Ock?
Shalom, blessed. Thank y'all for having me on. Honestly, a blessing. Going good.
God. Yeah, so Reed was our brother. He was behind the camera. He was I don't know. I would call you floor camera guy, because he right there in the front. Guy. Yeah, he was moving. He was moving, like, and I'm like, man, I'm watching him from the balcony. I'm like, oh my goodness, he is moving that thing. He like, yeah, I got it. Well, yeah, it's to turn the camera forward.
You saw that?
Look, I lost Chop. Chop's moving everywhere. I can turn the camera forward. Stay there.
God. So, well, is this a
non-stop job for sure?
Is this a profession for you?
Yeah. Previously, I worked at I got a journalism background, so I used to work at news stations. That's what I used to do before I transitioned out of that. But it was like the original plan was to be in front of the camera as a sportscaster. But then I started doing the behind the scenes, the editing and the filming, and I just took to that. I took to that way more than being in front of the camera.
And we're going to talk about the sports thing. We're going to do it tonight, because we're going to get into it. Con. So, man, what are some things that just stuck with you for this particular event? It could be from, from beginning to end, not just a concert. Just give us a little bit of insight, because I hope they're able to make it. I ain't gonna speak on their names, but if they come in, I definitely got a couple of questions for some of the brothers and sisters that I did get a chance to see and finally meet at the show. So one thing I noticed that we was introducing, the show, and that it was some I say interesting things happening, even getting to the event or to the to LA, or and leaving. And we're gonna get into a couple of those things. So what were some things that that you encountered?
As far as I had to drive from Sacramento, California, which from where we were is about six hours. So I drove there, but I didn't drive the full 6. I saw your face, Brother Torian. I didn't drive the full 6 hours. What I did was stay at my brother's house, who lived like 4 hours from Sacramento. So I stayed there overnight, got to see my niece and my nephew. And then the next day, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to Shabbat in Southern Cal, but I did drive later that afternoon, got to Riverside, got to the hotel with our brother Safar, the other camera guy who was controlling the cameras, being basically the director of the show. So we got there. We talked about everything that we wanted to do, to plan, because they live out in Southern Cal and I live in North Cal, so I'm not able to see them as much like that. So I pretty much had to get a crash course when I got there Saturday night, and had to pick up on the whole plan for everything that was going on, and getting used to that Ronin camera. So that's pretty much, that was it.
And I tell you, you just getting a crash course, man. You wouldn't have never known the way you was moving. You thought like, oh, y'all been gelling like this. Y'all talk to each other on an everyday basis. Whoop de whoop. Yeah. Oh man, boy, y'all was on 12.
Definitely, man. And the way I actually started working with Sister Ibada and Brother Safar was actually like 2 years ago. I think they got in touch with Balas. I don't know like how the conversation came about, but they got in touch with Balas, and they wanted me to help them with the Ahayas royalty video, and we just started talking from there. And one thing led to another. I was down there, and we was at the sister's house with Sister Bayan, Sister Ibada, and we was filming the video. So that's pretty much how our relationship started.
So going into it, what were some of the highlights for you dealing with this event, and some of the, those moments that just still sticking with you? And Octarian, you can unmute yourself too, man. You can come in.
Oh, sorry. Okay. For me, highlights, honestly, it's always a blessing seeing like different bodies congregate, like, because you have your immediate body. But then when you see people coming from places like Cincinnati, Dallas, and all these places, it's like, man, so these are other brothers and sisters, at the other churches. But having that, being able to control that camera on stage and being that close to the artists, getting those shots, making sure they look good, making sure the shots are good, it was honestly fun. Like we was in the headset just talking, having fun, like the back and back communication, like, all right, Safar, I know you're on the other camera, but I got a good shot of TTK. Like, take me right now. Take me right now. We just going back and forth. And the code word was kingdom, honestly. It was kingdom. So whenever I was ready for a shot, all I had to do was say kingdom. And then he would just take my camera. So seeing them in person, sometimes I had to forget that I had to keep a steady and good shot. So I couldn't I got to the point where I wanted to like bob with the music, but I had to remember like, oh wait, I got to control this camera.
That ain't the hardest.
So which one was the hardest for you, if I may ask? Which performance was the hardest? As far as to keep focused on your job versus turning up and everybody like, okay, what is the cameraman on right now?
It was Elroy Jones and TTK, man. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's been stuck in my head ever since. Rocking that, and when they did, I came to give him praise because I messaged one of the sisters and asked them if they were doing that song, because that song is like my song I listen to when I wake up every morning and go around the house and just like getting ready. So it was harder to keep to stay focused with that song, because that song, it was just off the chain, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, speaking of Elroy Jones, I hope he's ready. Let's bring him in right quick.
Yeah, bring him in, coach.
Yeah, Mr. Mr. Yeah. He know what I'm talking about, Mr. Hey, look, I've forgiven, but I can't let it go. I can't.
No one else know what you're talking about.
Oh, excuse me. Roll pipe.
Hold on. I still got one more thing to say. Shalom to everybody. But you say it's the Reed Report, right?
Yes, sir.
What you say the name of that song was? TTK Bill did.
Uh-oh.
I came to give him
praise. I mean, that was like that. Yeah.
Nah, I thought you said I came to skip and praise.
Oh, no, I said, did I say that? I came to give them praise.
Nah, he sliding one in on you.
He sliding one.
Watch this back now.
Bro said skip.
I came to skip and praise, and I'm like, that's kind of catchy though.
The one part when at the end when Elroy was like, I bet y'all can't do it a cappella though. Oh, that part.
Oh yeah, that was dope. I just caught that. I just caught that though, because we was running around, but yeah, that was dope how they did that.
We ran around. So wait a minute, my bad. So Elroy.
yourself out. Okay, there you go.
My bad. So Elroy, man, I know, we probably know. How was you feeling up there on that stage, man?
Nervous as usual. Nah, but I wasn't as nervous this time, man. Cause we had a strong prayer a few minutes before we went on, man. That took away all of that. But I don't know. I felt it felt good. It felt natural. Like this is what it was supposed to be, you know. Especially with us trying to really remove ourselves from the thing, man. But after watching y'all, man, I wanted that energy y'all had, man. Y'all had so much energy up there, man, and I just couldn't do it, man. I tried to watch what I ate, watch what I drank, and exercise a little bit, but I
Me too. I didn't know exercise, but I was what was I hitting on?
That tea.
What was it? Like ginger and green tea and honey. I was like, man, it really did good for my vocals, and yeah, it's a whole little science to it. But yeah,
that's his regular. What you saw, that's him every day.
12.
He was on 12 the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Whole time.
But yeah, Elroy, man, I could see it this time. You were set into it this time, man, and I could see it on you. You was letting the spirit move you, and bring that energy that you was bringing. So definitely, bro.
Definitely, man. Shout out to the camera, man. I looked at the angles afterwards, man, and he got some amazing angles, man, and he was working that thing, man.
You know what? Speaking of angles, we're gonna go ahead and you want to right now?
Let me see if she said she was.
Okay, I'm like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, go ahead and run it out.
Okay, what we gonna do right now? Speaking of angles, our brother from the Reed Report and I Am Media put together a nice video for us of the clips and the highlights of the concert, A Night of Praise. So our setup ain't what it used to be. So we about to run this. We're gonna get it together because we gotta get it to where they can see it, y'all can see it, everybody can see this thing going. What's going on here? All right, everybody can see this thing going. So we not taking no break, but we gonna put it right here, just like this, just for a second. And as you listen to my beautiful voice as I distract you from what I am doing in the background, you will love everything that you see that comes next. I guarantee it. I guarantee we will view this video together in harmony and love and all of these other things that come with the butterflies and things of that sort. I know I'm not as funny as our brother, host Toriento, but
nah, you funny, right?
I ain't
You're doing it bigger than me.
I wish, but we are back right now, and we're going to switch over. And we're going to get this video going right now. So, okay. So let's get this. We got something that don't need to be there. And like I said, we got a new setup right now and we get it together. Okay. We there. Everybody ready? Y'all can see it?
For sure.
All right. We running it.
Well, for everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Torian, or at least in the Hebrew, it's Regash Rakar, meaning passionate spirit. I like to get down with the get down. Look at the white shoes, look at the white shoes.
Welcome to this life, every day and night. I can feel it's like Shire's glory.
Excuse me while I let my boy rain.
Yep, here go the
My wife with the song.
If you hate this, sign away. We search for A-list. A-list, time to do not play this. This face look like our face, they got a face it.
No fear, I'm living right. No, I ain't scared. I live for Christ. Grab me a sword, now I can fight. Yeah, paying the price. Playing with sin can cost you your life. Leading us left, but it's alright. True tunnel vision to follow the light. Yeah.
I will forever praise you. You're worthy of the praise. All of my days. All of my days.
Say those who pray
just stay.
those that don't.
Whoa, they'll just fade away. It's a new day.
There they go.
And watch that end, man. It's gonna move around.
We got the Yasiraba and then we got the Kernes.
I think that I'm the chosen, the one that he chose. I long ago, the one that he told. For all us to know. The chosen, the chosen, the chosen.
Yeah.
The chosen, the chosen, the chosen.
Yeah.
If it be his will, I'ma move when I say move. I'ma do what he say do.
I told them they brought they
Stuck on the kill, man.
Look at that energy. Look at Shadiah Watt, the energy. I'm
Yeah.
talking about and didn't miss a word.
main man himself.
I missed it too.
Let your light shine. Let the whole world know that he's awesome.
There she go.
Mighty, got a perfect story. Give him all the glory. Down to sleep. Take to God, my soul to keep. If the prize is Christ, I see. Take these shackles off my feet and let me dance. Hey.
Yeah, you're trying to function.
I ain't recognize she had the whole outfit on.
Yeah, she did.
Exactly.
Oh, bruh.
She had the whole outfit, man. That
Oh,
threw me.
outfit, man.
Yeah.
Now this is one of the greatest parts in the show for me personally, because I did not expect this young man, to get up there and do everything he did.
Who was that just came in? Who was that just came in?
Karita, Claudia, Levity.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.
I want to know, was that plan for all y'all to come out there behind me like you like that, man?
Nope. That was the spirit. Man, that was amazing.
Hey, training.
This is not a
act. Going off track. Facts.
There you go, the turn up twins. There they go. Look at him. My man all on the stage.
Going for that.
You know.
Hey.
Going like this.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, that was cold. That sync, man. That sync run. I'm
That's when I
telling
was
you.
like, take my camera.
Yeah, what you know about
So professional though. Look at DJ. I ain't seen DJ get up there like that. Sir.
Yeah.
Hey.
Man, DJ was the coolest, man.
Like I said, my bishop and sometimes your bishop if he gotta be. He don't mind. Oh man, that's beautiful, man.
Oh,
praises, man.
Praises,
Oh
man.
man, we gotta do the clap. I ain't got my buttons.
Hey, we ain't got the button today.
Ain't got the buttons, man. Oh man. Hey man, that's 12 right there, man. You want to just go ahead and bring everybody else in, man?
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to bring everybody else in. Let me see what time we got. We good. So we got a couple more guests that came in. But man, did you feel the energy just off the video? It took us back, man. Like, oh man, we'll go back. But we're gonna bring one of the other brothers that was bringing some energy. Let's bring Shadiah in here right quick.
Shadiah. See, I can say your name right now.
Yeah, go on, tell him about that.
Say it correct. Nah, man, I was telling
He
them
said
before we
Shawaya
jumped
Shawaya.
He still remember it verbatim.
Nah, I was telling them before we jumped on the call, it was stupid because behind stage, I'm sitting there ready. I'm like, all right, cool. His name is Shadiah. I confirmed it with like Deacon Quadam, Sister Kadash. I'm like, cool, Shadiah. Boy, I walk up on the stage with the utmost confidence. Shadiah. I'm like, oh, wait, no. And then I tried to fix it. And then it was worse than the first. I was like, nah, bro. That's why I had to just run out and give you a hug. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And then, of course, the second I run behind stage, Shadiah. I'm like, bro, I quit. My brain has failed me.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good, my brother.
Your goodness.
How y'all doing today, though? Y'all good?
Oh, praise be to the Father, man.
Oh, praise.
Oh man. Oh wow.
Hey,
man.
hey, real quick, that ain't got nothing at the Passover with when Elder called me Android Jones. I said it twice.
Android Jones.
He said Android.
On your behalf, Shadiah, he was real messed up about that because we roomed together. So later on that night, you can't believe,
bruh, I was offended at myself, man.
Hey, man, nah, you good. Nah. Hey, all praise. We all out there did what we supposed to do, man. It's all good.
Oh man, he said Android, but I'm an iOS user.
So he was double offended on that, huh? He didn't call him an Android. He a whole Apple user, boy. Golly. But man, all praises.
Look,
man.
he got the sticker on the back of his car window.
Nah, for real.
So Shadiah, man, welcome to the show. You know, we was rooming together. We was there all the way through it all. So, man, what was some of the best things you took home with you from this event?
Man, I think the biggest thing for me was being around people that was of like mind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody praising the higher on one accord. You know, praising Yeshaya. You know, because in the past I done performed at other places and you will see other brothers in there saying, you know, hallelujah, you know what I'm saying, that name and all that. So it'd be kind of like off a little bit, you know what I'm saying, off a lot of it. So with this one, it was like different. It's probably the best thing I ever been involved with. And it was just a blessing to be amongst the family and the brethren and the sisters. And, you know, just embracing it all in, especially for Sister Bayan, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a blessing all together.
Praise to the Most High. Man, I miss my buttons right now.
Yeah, we would be.
Y'all wait.
All that,
right, y'all wait till everything gets situated. Yeah, we gonna be boopity boop boop boop. Yeah, I'm telling you.
But like you said, it was a blessing to be in the same vicinity on one accord praising one God, you know, because I think God was speaking on that. Like that's probably one of the reasons why Moses was swinging at them. They was trying to call on these different names and all those different things during that time, man. But all praises, we was on one accord, calling on the great I am, Ahaya, Yeshaya Wakadash, man. And just, I think, Torian, you was stating it too, man. It was like, we had known each other the whole time. Like, none of us actually seen each other in person, but the link was just, it was in the spirit, man.
It was too real, man. I felt like everybody, man, y'all, the DJ, Sister Kadash, man, everybody that I worked up and close personally with, man. I feel like I said, I met y'all that day, like what, maybe about 2 hours before the show, really? Like just when we really got acquainted. And
yeah,
when we was on stage, it's just like we was vibing. Like I know y'all like 14 years, man. That's how you know the spirits in the mix.
Yeah, and that was the same thing for me. Like, especially like with me and you, Tori, man, it was like, I don't know what it was with me and you, but every time we touched the stage with each other, it was like we couldn't help ourselves. It was like the energy was just there. None of this was rehearsed. None of this was rehearsed. Like even us like coming on the stage with each other and different things. None of this was rehearsed. Some of it, and if it was rehearsed, it was probably either moments before before we went on stage, or probably hours when we was in the hotel, like, or the Airbnbs, wherever we was. The most I just synced it.
That's the hard part about the editing, like a highlight reel, because that's why you got to see the full show, because there's a lot of stuff you have to leave out that you not have to leave out, but you just leave out. And moments like those is like, man, okay, I just have to like leave some of this out and just put this in the reel. But it's crazy how that works.
Look, this concert was on point. It was like I couldn't ask for a better one, and it's only gonna go up from here.
Father willing, right?
Yeah, I know. I was on point though. It was really on point because we were coming together for a cause.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of these concerts and outlets, not talking down on them, but everybody coming up with their own agenda. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be the flyest one. Or yes, my song's gonna go harder. Or yes, this was for a cause, and we understood that cause months and months before.
For
you know what I'm saying? This is a tribute. This is a tribute. This is for this cause. And I feel like that's why everything played the way it played. You know, we all really had to deny ourselves and decrease ourselves in order for the spirit to increase, you know. So that's really what it was.
I love the way you put that, man. And I'm thinking, man, I think Auntie Abada is in the chat. If you are, I think we should keep it a night of praise. I think it.
Why not? Why not?
As it continues to go, it should be continued in, you know, a night of praise, you know, too, or, you know, however we want to, you know, word it, but it should stay a night of praise.
A night of praise.
Through the gifts, it's to praise and exalt the great I am. Ahaya Shah Ahaya, man. So straight up. That's my input on it.
Father's will. The tour is on the way. so coming to a city near you.
So we got some more people and the more guests that was there, and that was, you know, ushering, bringing their spirits in to help us pray. So we're gonna bring in one of our sisters from TTK. Let's bring her in, man. Let's see what the sisters view on this thing.
And she eating. She got caught laughing.
We're gonna let you finish that, Mike.
I ain't catching mid-stride, did it?
She was like, ooh.
What you done whipped up over there, sis?
She like, see what had happened was.
Wow.
But what you got? What you eating on over there, sis?
Oh, I made a little skitty.
Oh, she eating healthy over there.
Hey.
Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sister.
Y'all already.
You done came down off that high off the concert yet?
Not at all. I've been watching these videos and reels and looking at pictures every day, about 3, 4, 5 days. I'm still high on the spirit. It was good, and I don't want to you know, I can't just let it die down because I ain't in the midst of y'all right now. You know, I gotta to that and carry it on.
Yeah. So I know one of the things when we got back home after, it was like it was surreal, really. You like, did what we just experienced actually happen, or are we still asleep, or you know, like what's going on here?
That night, my body could not stop dancing in my sleep. Look, I'm telling you, I remember having that same feeling when I used to party hard when I was like 16 and stuff. But like never like in the truth where it's like, man, we did this for the Most High and the righteousness, and it was a family affair on like people like thinking like, oh, it's this artist, it's that artist. No, this was a family affair. Like it was just truly just only relatives on stage having fun together.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Man, my body did hurt afterwards, like knees, ankles, toes.
Oh, nah, facts.
Oh yeah, Red Report. I know your back was
my back was done.
You had to hold that posture, boy.
For like 4 hours.
Just sat down.
Like 10 hours.
Hey, but he was a soldier though. He held that like
absolutely.
Boy, he was up there.
Yes.
And then I feel bad because there was a part where I had came down like from the crowd and I didn't realize the video was gonna end right when it did. So now I got to get on stage. But then I got confused because I was like, well, hold on. I done forgot what the next thing is. Hold on, wait. So I'm trying to figure out which way I'm gonna go. And this brother's right there. Where you going? I'm gonna follow you. Where you going?
Yeah, because I was like,
right.
I was like the host is down. It's off the stage. Take my camera. I'm gonna get it right. And then you just like,
look, check this out. I got a precept real quick. I was just reading this earlier. Kid you not. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. It said, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And a lot of backs made it through this hole. A lot of backs made it.
But I'm looking at Reed though, like, cause I was up on the balcony and I'm looking at his posture the whole time. I'm like, this brother is working, like for real, man.
Stop, man.
Cause you had to maintain that for the holding of the camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Boy.
But it's like to get through it. It's honestly when you having fun, you don't even think about that. You don't think about the time. It's like when I was in recess or PE at school, it was one of the only class periods where I don't look at the clock and it goes by fast because you're just having fun, and that's how it was for me. It just went just like that.
So we're gonna get ready to run.
The steps I put in.
Man, I have no idea.
Android users, I don't track.
I think mine was at 32.
Oh, you tracked yours?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I was
like
count.
18. My phone went down half the show. I was at 18,000.
Yeah, mine was off the Richter scale. Boy.
We was up, down, up.
Nah, look. The stage was not my only running back and forth.
Oh yeah.
I ran all over that building, and some of y'all that's here, y'all know how big that building was. I was running all over that building.
Can I ask real quick? The first time y'all was coming out, TVT, y'all was like kind of late to the stage. What was happening then?
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
We was down. We was down. Then we had to go back up, grab something. You know, as far as I think I was our shirt.
Right? Wardrobe.
Yeah, we had to go put on the shirt and come back down. So it was a thousand different things, man. Like trying to help in different places to make sure that things went on point because. I think it was me and a few other people that was getting the call, and everybody came to me. Hey, I can't see the live stream. How you do this? How you do that? I'm like, oh my goodness, ain't nobody reading the directions. Yeah. And I'm like, then I find out some extra things. I'm like, oh, people read the directions, but this ain't going. I'm like, oh man, now I'm running back and forth, getting contact with people, making phone calls. Like it was 1,001 things with everything. That was just the biggest issue. But all the small things just running back and forth. I think I put at least in like maybe 30 million steps. 30 million.
About 30 million steps that day. Look, by the time I got home and got on the scale, I think I lost about 20 pounds. Y'all can see my head a little bit bigger.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's it.
So
Who is that? Who is
so really?
Yeah, you know that's Rwatsia.
Listen. I was in traffic. I had to pull over and stop so I can get on this call.
Oh Lord,
Man.
You want to talk about people that came out and did their thing, though.
You did your thing, Torian. You did
Nah,
it. You did that.
I fed off
You did that.
you, Elroy, TPK. I fed off COE, the Yasharala twins. I fed off the artists. Y'all came out there, but you though,
oh my
you,
God.
Rwatsia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we don't get talked about. I don't know why you see. I'm so shy. No, I didn't do. No. Look, you got my neighbors looking at me.
Well, all praises, man. All praises. All praises.
So,
you know, it's like a bittersweet
man, and he can shit around
moment. You know what I mean? Very touching. But I feel honored, and I'm just thankful and glad that all this came together so I can, represent my auntie. It's nothing like family representing somebody. Right. And the Lord just put it in my lap to do it. And you know what? I did it. He gave me the strength to do it. And I'm just happy and grateful for everything. And just to be able to do it because Monty had that dream. She had that vision, and it came true. You know what I mean? It did.
But I want to speak on one thing. I want to speak on one thing that you shared with me, right? Before we continue, and since we're gonna come back to you next, I want to get your some of the experiences you had. But Sister Rwatsia, let's tell them how the adversary strive to keep you away from the event. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Listen, you guys, my flight got delayed twice. Okay. I had the first time my flight got delayed. The second time I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna land, on the Sabbath. I just come in and gather with everybody. Another mishap. Random. I just don't want to go too much detail, but it was just random. So I'm like, okay, Lord, the enemy's mad. I had to buy brand new tickets, whole new tickets for me and my family, my two, just to come out there. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let the enemy stop me. We're going to do this. I prayed against it. Praise the Most High. We made it. We made it work. The Lord blessed us to come out there. But it was just many obstacles coming in my way. And I feel like the devil was trying to discourage. He don't like when we come together, y'all. Y'all know that, right?
That's a big fact.
But we made it happen, and I'm just so happy about that. But he was really trying to stop me from not coming, man. And if you don't have that discerning spirit, you don't have that spiritual eye, you're not gonna know it. But I know the enemy didn't want this to work. I know he didn't. He kept throwing things in my way to stop me from coming out there. And praise the Most High that we made it, and I'm just so happy. But it was just a lot. They wanted, honestly, I had to fight for this. They was trying to get me on a plane to come Sunday night.
Oh my God.
Sunday night. And I said, oh no. I need to get there now. You know what I mean? I was fighting for that. So praise the Most High, I made it Saturday night, and I said, it's okay. You know what? I missed the fellowship, but the Sabbath didn't change. You still keep the Sabbath. I told my family, I told my kids, I said, we still gonna keep the Sabbath. We still gonna get out there, and we're gonna do this show. We're gonna fellowship you guys. Stay positive. You know what I mean? We're not gonna let the enemy tear us down, and that's what we did. And praise the Most High, we made it happen, y'all. You know.
Praise give it up for the Most High. Yeah. Kwam Yashala. So we're gonna rotate it back to sis in a minute, but I want to get what was one of the favorite moments from the concert for you, sis?
Torian. Now you did your thing, but it was, to be honest, when I put that outfit on to look like my Auntie Bayan and the highest royalty, I was actually literally wearing her hat and wearing her shawl. That, oh my gosh, that I had to take it on the chin right there. You know what I mean? But that was very, that stood out to me. And man, I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Because like I
it was
didn't,
just crazy. I had to really, yeah, man.
I didn't notice it. I'm like, dang, she's got the exact outfit. I'm like,
yeah.
Because I gotta take time to go back and watch the whole thing. I missed 98% of the concert running back and forth. Like, you know, but like I really want to take out the time and really watch it. I want to watch it because when I saw that inside of the clips that we played earlier, if y'all just making it in, when y'all get done, go back and watch the clip. I think we played it at by like 30 minutes in, probably about like 30 minutes in. Y'all go back and watch that. But it was like, that's the outfit. I noticed it from the video, and I was like, it almost had me on.
Yeah, balling. But like I said, that took strength.
Yeah,
and all praise.
Like the tears was like it was right there. I was like, man, this is crazy. But I said, you know, all praises. The Lord want me to do this, and I'm gonna do it. You know, if you know, it's His will. He allowed this to happen, and I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I asked the Lord to give me strength in this, and He did. You know. Yeah.
And before I slide it back to sis, like one of the thoughts that crossed my mind when I was sitting back and I caught some of the, watch some of the performances. I'm like, man, for some reason I feel like the angels and sis is up there praising right now, right along with us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's what she crossed my mind. I said, man, I know, man. If she was here right now, she'd be turning up with us, because she had that her personality, her spirit was just very joyful and just live, you know, lively. So, man, I envisioned her right next to me. You know what I mean? Because we performed together, and that carried me through the tribute. Just remembering her ways and remember how her and I interacted performing together. I don't want to get too deep because I don't want the tears to start coming. You know what I mean? But it was beautiful, and I'm just happy about everything. Yeah.
All praises,
praises.
So sis, what was your moment? No, I know you had quite a few, sis. So what was your moment? Yeah, you. Yeah.
Yes, you.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. My most memorable moment, or just something that stood out. I really enjoyed seeing the Yasharala twins. You know, that was real good. I wish my son came in and when we first kind of came into starting doing the body, our first Passover, you know, that was one of our first little CDs in getting introduced to, you know, the truth music and things like that. Actually, Elroy Jones passed that along to us, and you know, and we played that out. So it was really good to see them, you know, years later and still, you know, just growing like they are as artists and as young men in this truth. So they were a highlight for me. And I mean, really just being there with everybody, being there with everybody. It really was. It was so many things. Torian was hilarious. I have to say Torian too, because he was so nervous. He was ridiculously nervous, but I was like, man, but you know, we were talking to him on the way after we landed about everything, and you did an excellent job. You did a very excellent job emceeing that.
All praise to the Most High. I appreciate you, sis.
He was nervous. He hit it well because I could tell.
No, I was nervous. I had to admit, but like I said, I was like, well, you know what? We here. It's for the Most High. Bayan had a vision. Let's do it.
Right.
That was my goal, man. You know, that's why I had to bring, you know, Bishop on stage, Bishop and Sister Abada on stage, and be like, all right, hey, how y'all feeling about it so far? Because we about halfway through this thing, and you know, I don't know. I need some feedback. You know, do I keep going? Do we switch it up? What do we need to do?
Yeah, it was great, man. So
you guys.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Because I can't just have one moment, man. To be honest, to another moment was just I miss my daughter. I didn't know she spoke because I was in the back. But when I heard my son, I said, first I was like, what he about to say? I'm like, oh Lord. You know, and I was like, because kids, I'm like, oh Lord. But I heard and I was like, I'm telling you, I almost cried, you guys. When I seen how his passion and his zeal, man, I had a proud mother moment, man. And he was getting emotional. My son was about to cry too. And it just caught me off guard because, and I just love to see kids speak about Christ. Because a lot of kids these days, they don't.
Yeah.
He's 10. He just turned 10. And it's just beautiful to see. And that's a memory I'll never forget. I won't forget that at all.
All praises. Look. Here we go. I got it in now.
All right, so we're gonna keep it going, y'all. We got a couple more guests that's behind the scene. Let's see what we're gonna bring in next.
Okay, let's get it here. All right, here we go, right here.
All right, well, the sister, did she drop out?
I think she dropped out.
Sis, I know she was in the crowd. When you come back in, we're gonna bring you in next. But she dropped out right now. If you're still in the chat, let us know. But what next we're gonna bring in?
I'm sorry, I gotta cut out. My son been trying to get to the recreation center for too long. And I gotta get
Hey, look! I seen him back there. I was like, "Come on, bring him on! It's a family show. Like, let him sit on the lap." like, what's going on, Bucko?
Y'all have a good
All right, you too, sis. Appreciate you coming.
I love you, sis.
Shalom.
Shout! I like who? That was Elroy. Only Elroy. Shalom.
Nah, that was Torian.
That was Torian.
That was me, man.
It was one or the other.
Y'all talking about some, hey, real quick, man. I know y'all gonna bring the brother in, but y'all talking about some behind the scenes work, man. On here, y'all got him as Torrance. It's actually Rashia. Man, this show on our behalf, from our point of view, wouldn't have happened if it went for his hard, diligent work, man. That's a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? No offense, that's a workhorse, man, and
definitely.
he put everything together, and he didn't get no sleep until yesterday. So imagine everybody else. No, I'm talking about no sleep starting from 3-4 days prior to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Probably longer than that. And this is something that I witnessed myself, man. So I just want to give Miss Flowers while we can.
Shout out to Torrance, man.
You here with us live out Torrance?
And that's something about him. He gonna work, man.
Yeah, he's
gonna work.
Let's give him a round of applause right quick.
My man.
Definitely, man.
Oh, we got the buttons working.
Hey, all the merch you seen, the plane tickets, the rental vehicles, the rehearsals. He had to open up the show. Not to mention, man, we still had a Shabbat service that we attended here in Dallas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In Dallas. So he didn't get no sleep the night before, and then we had to do that. And then he had to shoot out to the airport right after the Shabbat service. So to me, man, that's some hard. That's what I'm trying to mimic. If I'm going to do something, then put my all into it.
Yep.
Man, the man, I seen the man work, and then no sleep. I called him and woke him up yesterday. I still got to apologize to him. Like, you sleep? Yeah, I just dozed off. I like.
So how you doing,
Alex? I've been sleeping good, man.
So how you doing, Alex Torrance, man? Welcome to the show, man.
We got to give him a high honor.
Definitely.
Yeah, I give him a high honor for that, because
man, I'm just excited, man. About the opportunity, man. Just to serve, man. I always reflect, man, of years, man. I say, man, building Satan's kingdom, man, and putting that kind of work over there, man. And so now, man, I have the opportunity to take some bricks out of that particular kingdom, man, and put some over here on the building side, man. Man, is what I live for, man. And so, man, I'm always up and looking for the opportunity, man, to do it, to serve, man, with excellence, man. And it's something Elder Carr said, man, a couple of Passovers ago, man. He said that, man, when he's going through, and then encouraged me. So when he's going through and he's tired and he not getting sleep, man, he look at what Yeshua did at the cross, man, and said, what I'm going through pales in comparison. And man, and that became a moniker, man. To what I do, man. These things, hey man, why not me? So, hey man, it was a blessed show, man. I was glad, man, to get out there, man, and see everybody, man, finally put a face, to a physical face. We've been communicating, man, over online and all this type of thing, man. But really put a physical face with it, man, and just sharing this knife, man. One I hope that will be, many more to come, man. So I'm already, man, thinking about, how can we take it to the next level? What's the next steps? The relationships, with us in Israel, man, about taking this music, man, out to the four corners of the earth, man. This how do we get outside our own bubble and get it out there to the masses, man? Because that's truly the sick, and that's what it is, man. So I appreciate the honor, man. And I'm humbled by it, man.
All praises,
all praises.
So knowing that you have a musical background, what was one of your most memorable moments, or things of that nature that you took home with you?
Well, I mean, so man, it's twofold, man. It's hard, man, really look at the show, man, without analyzing it. On the other side, man, I always got a manager, producer hat on, man. And, how could the show be better, man? So it was a couple of points, man. I really was looking at Elroy and TTK, of course, man. Managing them, man, producing them, man. I was proud of what they put forth. You understand? Of course, I'm always saying, man, it was good, but it could have been great. And I already go into a mode like, okay, hey, we need to do this. Hey, what did we fall short? And that type of thing. But the other thing on the other side, man, was the spirit, man, of praise, man. It was like that, man. We had been doing this thing like we rehearsed weeks. You know what I mean? Everybody was in one spirit, man. And that was something that was real special, man. Because, hey, man, we don't really have that, man, in the world. Hey, man, you gonna go to concerts like this, man, and you gonna see, man. Hey, man, they gonna be backstage. They gonna be doing this, and they gonna do it over and over, weekend after weekend. When I was on the road, we did this thing over and over and over and over. But to see it come together, man, in truth, to see it come together, man, in unity was something that was real special, man. And it just confirms, man, the rising of Israel, man, and what we got to do, man. So, hey, man, I'm proud, man, to be y'all brother, man, to be, a joint labor in this work with y'all, man.
All praises, man. So, as we know, you're always busy. We appreciate you coming through to, chime in with us for this after party. Man, and taking time out your busy schedule, man, we appreciate you. We pray the Most High continue to strengthen you, to continue to do what you're doing, and helping this ministry go forward. So, once again, appreciate your time, and you can stick around. It's up to you. But if you got other things to do, I know you got to handle that.
Yeah, man. I got another conference call, man, right after this, man. But I couldn't let this moment, man, pass without sticking my head in, man, just saying shalom, man.
Yeah, and I know personally, I'm deeply honored that you decided to show your face on this one, man. You've been hiding for a while, and I'm like, I saw the name, so I thought it was the other members of TTK coming on. But I was like, when I saw your face, I'm like, okay, he just prepping everything for them. And I was like, oh, praise, he sat down. He sat down and he ain't moving. I was like, all praises, man. All praise, deeply honored, man.
Hey, but before you go though, Torrance, I personally have a question. So I wanted to ask, who was over like the pictures and the marquee and stuff at the pavilion? Who was over that? Because TTK had a Chris poster, boy. They was looking fresh to death. And then on the Bayan picture with all the artists, boy, my boy Chop, he was so pixelated, I couldn't tell if his dreads was a do-rag or dreads. What was going on with that? I'm messing with you.
It gets funny. It is funnier every single time.
I just noticed, because he the manager, producer at TTK, and they had the Chris picture, and my boy Akshay was a little pixelated.
Hey man, I had nothing to do with it. It was just
Look, I'm gonna find out what if it was something on my end. I'm gonna find out what I can do better about that. Cause I was like, man, they told me all the dimensions and everything for the flyer. I did everything exactly to the T with they based off of what they gave me. Then when I walked up and I was like, I saw the other one, I saw theirs, and then I looked over. I didn't really look at it the first time, but when I saw it the second time, I was like, is that a do-rag on my head?
Nah, man, when you do the man, you got to do 3,000 times 3,000 and then send it in as a safety.
Look, man, the pixels on that one was super high, bro. No lie, the pixels were super high. Like it almost didn't get it almost didn't export because I ain't had no space because the pixels were so high.
Oh wow!
Right. Hey man,
But that's on a whole nother level.
Hey, to that point, man, Tori and Nate, man, I got to give a shout out to Rodri Wilson, man, who was it's TTK's one of TTK's first photographers, man. So y'all, I seen the work she did on the album cover, and that was another one of the photos that she took for that particular spread, man. So I don't want to give us some flowers as well.
All praises, because man, they was fresh to death on that.
Man, big facts
right there, man.
Yeah,
and I know that's what Terrence is trying to drive all of us with his, his drive and his angle for that professionalism. Like I said, we striving to reach the four corners. One thing the world is doing, they presenting, I'll say it in a nice way. They present Boo Boo wrapped in some pretty good a gift wrap. It's packaged real good. So with us having the most valuable thing in the earth to come, as we know, this truth and the true gospel, which is going to be, regardless of what is wrapped in a minute, everybody going to want it,
right.
But while we have a chance to compete with the powers that be, we should do it to the best of our ability. So continue to be on us, Octorans, and we looking and we definitely taking notes. So before we get ready to wrap it up, we got two more guests before we get ready to head out. We're gonna bring in Deacon Quadam right quick.
Deacon.
Bring him out.
Where's it at?
Oh, crazy.
We doing everything manual today.
So what's good, Deke?
All praises to the Most High, man. Shalom, shalom. You can hear me all right?
Con.
Okay.
So definitely wanted to get your input, man, before we get ready to wrap it up. Man, what was one of your most memorable moments of this concert?
Nah, real quick, I got to get you. They said they had you on the front of the thing looking like you was in Gigabyte land, huh?
Look, call me Giga Chop.
But nah, man, hey, praise the Most High first. I mean, of course, we know the artists and everything like that, but I got to give a big shout out to everybody who was working hard behind stage. Everybody, Sister Avada, I mean, I know Lisa, Sister Lisa, the brother Torn, like I said, everybody who put it together, all the Reed Report, the cameraman, I Am Media, like just seeing how they was working, because we running around there, besides we doing our sound check, we having fun, like we rehearsing, but we keep peeing with each other. We running around and taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? And they just locked in. They just locked in, focused, but not looking like they grieving or tired. Or you can see, of course, you understand, you know that, but not like it was a bother to them or like, I'm ready to go. They just locked in. Like Sister Kadash, big shout out to Sister Kadash, man. Like everybody just that was behind the scenes. One of the other things that was one of my favorite points about it was I was blown away by how they treated the artists, like just how the whole event was put together. You know what I'm saying? Like we pulled it up, we seeing our pictures on the front of the whole front of the place. They got the VIP rooms. They got special food for us after we performed, and they got a time where everybody could take pictures and everything like that. And it was just a beautiful spirit-filled event, man. So praise the Most High.
Man, God.
Oh, praises, man.
Yeah, that food at the end was.
It was hidden. You know what I mean?
It was, man.
That chicken, I don't know what that chicken was.
I think it was like a teriyaki one.
I don't know what it was, but that thing was.
It was the meatballs, y'all. It was the
meatballs.
The meatballs. Bring her on in.
I had about 10 of the meatballs, man.
Yeah,
the meatball was.
The meatballs was on 12. The meatballs was on 12.
Yeah, I had to put
take you some to go.
We got a caller in too. I see we got a caller in.
So let's get her spiel right quick because I wanted to get one of the sisters that was in the audience as well.
There she go.
But yeah, she's there. 1 second though. So sis, so you saying the meatballs was the most memorable moment for you, or what?
I ain't take it that far. The most memorable moment. Oh no, I don't think I can choose. I don't think I can choose that. Actually, if I was to choose, the most memorable moment would be I just so happened to be in the balcony when Rawathia went on in her aunt's clothes and performed her track, and it to me was like, what's going on? Like, it just was a lot. It was a lot to take in, and it had to be a lot for her to do. And it was quite the tribute. Like the whole event was such a tribute. It was amazing. Like I'm honored that we were even there to be a part of that we were invited. And it was just, with my brothers and sisters, and everybody had the same energy, the same great bond. Like we were all focused and we were just ready. And then, and we had that interview with Sister Tara, that was good, meeting with her in the back. And it was really great. It was just a beautiful time. Like my husband actually was saying, it was like an intimate Passover, and it was like, it just really was like, there was nobody beefing, no negative energy. There was no room for the devil. And it was just like, wow, if this is just a taste of what's to come in the kingdom, like it was beautiful. So.
Yeah, he was sure getting his butt whooped by the energy that we was bringing. This whole, I feel like this whole thing was just definitely anointed, because it was like going through, or like if like things started arising, but it was like, nah. The angel was like, nah, bro, you can't. This ain't where you can't get in here. The VIP only. Big L.
I lost my phone for a few hours and I had to rebuke the devil in the elevator. Like, no.
And I just want to share with y'all how he was really teed off, because, and then I'm gonna bring the sister in, one of the sisters that was in the audience, showing love. So, but man, soon we almost didn't make it home on our flight. Soon as we made it to the airport on time, you're supposed to be there a little while earlier, but we was on time, ready to go, already had everything checked in. Well, at least we was checked in for the flight, but you always got to check your bags in. So how did it go? We go up there, the guy said jump line, just go straight to the man and tell him to check your bags in. So we get to the counter, and we're like, we on the flight to Louisville, right? And he's like, you too late. You can't check your bags and you got to be here 45 minutes early.
Yeah, they said the last check was 45 minutes earlier too.
Yeah, so it's
like, what? But go ahead.
Y'all at LAX?
Yeah.
They strict on that up there.
Yeah. But let's see how the Most High played it though. So we was like, man, he said the only thing I can do for you is Wednesday. So I go get chopped, and I'm like, man, I think we're gonna be here a couple more days. So Spirit said, nah, go back to the counter. Alright, so we already like, it's over. We got to make it do what it do. So we go back to the counter, and now in my mind, I'm like, I'm finna go up here and demand something. Right? I'm like, you gonna find me something today. That was in my mind. That's what the devil wanted me to do, but I didn't go up there with that. I said, you sure you don't have anything, man? And he was like, well, the only thing y'all can do, one of y'all got to stay back and hold the bags.
Before that one, he said, "Hey, the only way y'all can get on this flight is if y'all get off without the luggage, because there ain't no more luggage going on the plane."
Yeah.
So then we was like, "Hey, we gotta have our luggage. We ain't from here. We can't leave it here."
Then he was like, "Well, okay, one of y'all can stay back, get the luggage, and catch another flight. I think at 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
and go to Columbus, and we have to drive 2 hours." He's like. And then Chop was like, "Okay, I'll do it. You know, I do that and all that." And then he was like, "Just make sure you look after the fam." And I'm like, okay. But then, like I said, and keeping in mind, we stand in the spirit the whole time, right? Striving to, right? And then, and the demeanor he gave us originally was like, it's nothing happening. You gonna take what I gave you or nothing. But because we were standing in the spirit, he said, let me make a call. All right? He said, "Let me make a call." He made a call and said, "Have y'all boarded the plane yet?" And I guess the answer was or no, right? And he says, "Let me check y'all bags in."
Check gang. That ain't it. That ain't it. We thought we was scot free. So we go, we like all praise. We check our bags. We get over to TSA. The flight, the boarding passes was supposed to be on
my
phone.
email. It says, "Throw down your boarding passes. It's here." She's like, no, you can't get in. You gotta have the barcode. You're gonna have to go back to the counter. We like, we already late. We skated to get here, so we had to go back to the counter.
Oh man!
And check this out though. It was a lot of people going to exactly. It was a lot of people. So we was the first person, people to get, the situation that we just had handled. So it was a lot of people going to Columbus. I'm talking about a whole line shifted where we behind us. So we like, man, that line is long. When we get to the counter, there's nobody there.
Nobody. The Red Sea was parted, bruh.
The Most High moved them. So as soon as we got back, it was like we just got there. He gave us our boarding pass
in seconds,
and we running.
So
then here goes another situation.
We up in the line of TSA, so we see the line short. So we like, oh man, we gonna make it. Before we even get to the back of the line, a lady redirects us to another way. We like, where we going? We in trouble? I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So we get to another section where it's even more people over here. So I'm wild, and I'm like, one of the eyes like, hey, be patient. I'm like, okay, cause we bouncing off each other. Like one eye can fall for a second. And, hey, be patient. Be cool. We just feeding each other energy from the Most High. One line, the other pick the other up. But it's two lines. I figure out it's two lines, and one of them gets short. So I'm like, we hop up under the cord, and we like, oh, we over here. Mm-hmm. So we get through TSA, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to leave all this stuff with y'all. I'm gonna go make sure they don't leave without us. So I get to going. Mm-hmm. Boom.
And come to find out, the Most High had delayed the flight already for us.
He had already delayed it. The plane pulled up when we walked up.
The plane hadn't even. Soon as we got in line, the plane pulled up. The thing is, imagine if we would have got out our fruits. And y'all already know what airline we was flying, right? Spirit, brother. So we had to stay in the spirit.
You gotta stay in the spirit one, right?
So we just wanted to share that because, like everybody was stating, the adversary was mad for this event to come together like it did, and we just operated because we are a family in the spirit, even though we may not consider it, from world standards, bloodline, but we are bloodline. But man, the way we came together and exalted the name of the Most High higher and fulfilled a vision He gave to our beloved sister before she left, it's don't work.
Froze for me
too. And we big back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this sister was in the crowd giving praises just like we was, and she was showing love. Let's bring our sister in real quick before we round it off. How you doing, sis? What it is, Lovey T? Am I saying that right? Yeah.
It look like
Shalom, my sister.
I don't know.
She didn't stop moving. She didn't stop moving the whole country.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna announce her as Loveyette. that's what it looked like to me. Look.
So sis, how was this experience? So we telling our experience from, we got behind the scene, cameraman, host, artist, but we didn't have anyone that was in the crowd. So we want to get your experience. How did this touch you, and what was your most memorable moment of this show?
Well, I'm gonna start with this was the most mind-blowing event I ever been to. Like,
so do we
my
got
whole
echo.
life.
Okay, he's good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you good.
Go ahead. You good now?
Okay. Yeah, it was the most spirit-filled, just blessed event I ever been to. Like, you felt the spirit. You felt the spirit of everybody in the place. And that just made me want to turn up even more. All the sisters and brothers from all across the world, some of my favorite artists. I've been waiting, for something like this to happen. And so yeah, I just felt real good. And I said, I can't sit down. I couldn't even sit down. Like, I sit down for a minute, wipe my forehead, sweat, and next performance came out. It was back up, turned
back
up.
on 12.
Back on 12. Hey, that is a blessing. So, I don't know, in the world, did you go to any concerts?
Nah, I don't really remember going to no concerts, but I've been to the club, I think when a couple artists came, to the club, not really the big concerts, how they throw the concert. So yeah, no big worldwide concerts, just like the club, and like an artist come through like that.
So, would you say we need another?
Big con.
Big con.
Big con. We definitely need another one. 3 and 4 more. I can say.
So what would you say to those that probably streamed what versus what they may have felt to what you felt being there and experiencing it live? To encourage them to be there, because some of them might have felt squirrelish, not being there.
Being on live was nothing compared to being there. Like, you had to be there for this event. You really had to be there. Like, man, this it's still stuck with me now. Like, going back to work Wednesday morning, I was still turned up. Spirit on high. So yeah, if you weren't there, what they say, you weren't there, you was square.
Yeah.
It was nothing compared to being there, and the spirit was definitely on high, and I felt it.
Praise.
So all praises for that, man. It was definitely a blessed event, and if it be the Father's will, we will do it again. If it be His will. Ain't that right, Shaddai? You are. If it be His will. So, man, we're going to get ready to close it out.
Before we close it out,
okay, go ahead.
Don't forget about the Sister Tara did the interviews, and it's going to be on That Girl Publishing on YouTube and I Am Media website coming soon. So we just wanted to plug Eileen to be on the lookout for that. Tyra couldn't be here. Man, she got interviews of everybody, man, of all the artists and all the people in the background, man. And I know y'all would love to see that, man. They is gonna be exclusively on I Am Media and That Girl Publishing. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Y'all can go subscribe to make sure y'all get the notification for it, and cruise I Am Media website. That way y'all can know, that's where it's gonna be at.
We're gonna definitely reach out to her, get that information so we can share it with you all. Definitely, and also for those that wasn't able to view it live, there will be opportunity to
view it again on I Am Media. So go ahead and go to not I Am Media, but A Highest Table. So go to ahighesttable.com, go subscribe so you can get an email notification when everything is going to go down. And also stay tuned to the show as well, because we're going to constantly let y'all know. So like things is constantly elevating. Y'all stick around with us. This is gonna be the spot you definitely want to find out about the up and coming news when it comes to the music and concerts that's gonna come forth here in the future. If it be the Father's will that He continue to use us as vessels and mighty men and mighty women of the Most High, you know, to bring the word through the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm talking about?
And I know you and Octarn were on the stage and y'all announced that we were supposed to air the prospective video. It is still in the works. It's out of our control.
It's out of our control.
So, but it's still in the works. Be on the lookout for that. As soon as we get it, you all will get it. So we appreciate you all's patience on that. And for my brothers and sisters here, man, let's continue to endure this race. All right. Continue to remain blameless and worshiping our God through the fruits and then our obedience and being that light to the world. And maybe He'll bless us with a couple more of these nights of praise, right? Before it's all said and done. You feel me?
Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell somebody that a night of praise and TVT radio just went live.
And with that, we're going to pray on it and we're going to stay on it. Y'all have a blessed one.
Shalom.
Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
I still need one of those TTK hats, Tamika.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna reach out to you.
I got you.
Well, hey, don't forget, get with me too. I live here and I don't have none of y'all. We go to the same body. I ain't got nothing.
Y'all be blessed. Peace.
I'm talking to
Shalom.
Thanks for having me. Shalom.
Thank you.
You already know it, sis. Shalom.
Appreciate y'all.
Waiting on that music tonight.
Hey, let's go, my brother. To the Most High with praises. Worship Him, all ye faithful. To the Father.
All right, shalom, y'all. We're gonna have to cut because we gotta run. All right, shalom.
All praise to the Father.
Appreciate you. I'll come back tomorrow. I'm tired.